Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
New details tonight on a murder in Polk County, Minnesota. We now know that the accused is the victim's brother. Nicholas Haug is being charged with 2 counts of murder in the 2nd degree. He's accused of killing his brother, 19-year-old Timothy Haug. Police say the cause of death was ruled a homicide and was caused by blunt force trauma to the head. The Polk County Sheriff's Office initially responded to a 911 call of an assault in Fosston Sunday afternoon. A second 911 call came from a different residence shortly after, saying somebody was trying to break into their house near the same home. When officers arrived, they found a man standing near the home and one man lying on the curb, not breathing. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
With Facebook, there isn't any way to look for any type of criminal issues, and I know that sounds, but as a parent, that's the first thing you're going to think about. Is this somebody that's going to be safe with my child? Is this somebody I can trust in my home?
With kids out of school, more parents in the Valley are looking for babysitters and nannies to help out for the summer. But if you're hiring one from the internet, what should you do to make sure your kids are safe? Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with local moms today who say doing your homework is the most important thing.
When it comes to hiring a sitter off a group like this one, the first thing most moms tell me they do is take a good look at the person's profile, checking out their pictures and friends and other things they post.
Your child's safety, has to be like the most important piece. So if you feel anything in your gut that's negative, trust it.
Most moms say they'll also do a little background check and talk with any other families the sitter has cared for as well. And if that all looks good, Purdue says she'll ask the potential sitter to meet up.
And I'd meet them before I'd even decide to go on the date night. I haven't done it to where I meet someone and then right away they watch them. That's too much trust right away, especially with something that is priceless.
And if that goes well, most moms tell me they'll give the sitter a test run, going out for a quick date night or running some errands.
They're little people. They're going to do their own thing and run around and make messes, but making sure that they're supervised while making those messes is kind of the main concern.
And for some moms, nanny cams help ease any of those worries that come with leaving your kids with someone new.
You can see the big difference between people's attitudes towards your kids. And sometimes it changes the second you're around and the second you're not around. So you always want to make sure that you have those eyes and ears there when you're not.
Both moms tell me open communication from the get-go helps them feel better about who they're leaving their kids with and makes the sitters feel safe as well. In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
For more tips from experts on what to look out for in potential sitters and nannies, head to our website and click on this story. The man who threw a 5-year-old boy over a 3rd-floor balcony at the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota, will be spending the next 19 years in prison. 24-year-old Emmanuel Aranda pleaded guilty to attempted first-degree murder last month. Investigators say he went to the mall that April day looking for someone to kill. The boy survived and is recovering from the attack.
On what was to be a normal day for us of fun and playing, a day meant for good, you chose to commit a horrific violent act, an act intended for harm and an act intended to kill and destroy.
As part of the plea agreement, Aranda could be released from prison in 12 years for good behavior. It is really warming up out there. That might just fire up some rain a little later, or even more than that. Let's get the latest from Hutch in your no-wait weather. Hutch?
Yeah, the heat extends from central North Dakota right here into the valley where we are in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. It's significantly cooler up in the Lake of the Woods area where a few sprinkles are moving through. Some thunderstorms have developed and at times they've become severe with the potential for gusty winds and large hail. These are very slowly meandering to the east and to the south. So our Highway 2 counties, points between there and the international border, will have the best chance at seeing some of that tonight. The rest of us, hot, dry, a little bit on the muggy side out there as temperatures will be in the 80s for most of the evening hours. Now, coming up for tomorrow, there is a slight risk of severe storms. Large hail damaging winds will be a potential from the Red River Valley into parts of Minnesota. Out west, not quite as high of a risk of severe weather. I'll detail all of that for your Toasty Tuesday in the forecast here. in just a few moments.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
People in Coon Rapids, Minnesota need your help identifying a person of interest in a robbery and assault case that happened last week at a gas station. They posted surveillance photos on Facebook of that person of interest, saying that the robbery and assault happened at almost 4 in the morning on May 27th at a Quick Trip. Anyone with information on this person can call Coon Rapids Police 763-767-6417. Authorities are investigating after 6 people overdosed at a party in South St. Paul, Minnesota. Police say the 6 people overdosed Saturday night while using an unknown substance. Officers used life-saving measures, which included the overdose drug Narcan. All 6 people were taken to a hospital. There's no word yet on their conditions. An officer at the scene also was taken to a hospital for possible exposure to the drug. Fire crews worked for several hours this morning cleaning up the damage a fire left at 6 apartment garages in South Moorhead. It happened just before 9 at 208 16th Street South. Crew members say one person was injured in the fire. At least 1 car and several other valuables were damaged.
We arrived, there was a lot of smoke and fire coming out of one of the garages. We had smoke and fire coming out of all 5 of the garages at one point. So there was damage throughout the whole building.
We don't yet know the cost of damages or the cause of the fire. The Moorhead Police Department was also called in to investigate. The Better Business Bureau of Minnesota and North Dakota is warning people about a puppy scam hitting people around our region. It's where a person or organization claims to be selling puppies online and wants you to wire money for the dog that will be shipped to your house. The BBB has received complaints about one that says it's based in Edina, Minnesota. Multiple people wire them money for a dog that never shows up, and they never hear from the seller again. The BBB says the best way to avoid this is to look at a dog in person and meet the owner or seller before buying any pet. An Alabama man stopped in Fargo today looking to mow people's lawns, but not just any people, veterans, to thank them for their service. Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz has more on the man's trek across 50 states and what it means to those he's helping.
Just very surprised that somebody would come to my house to want to cut my grass.
Bob Shirley, a World War II veteran in Fargo, says when this Alabama man offered to mow his lawn, it wasn't just surprising.
Humbling.
Why?
Because I just came off of the honor flight, and I guess most of us think that we don't deserve that kind of treatment, but we are grateful for it.
And that's exactly why Rodney Smith Jr. set out to mow veterans' lawns in all 50 states.
I believe they should be appreciated while they're here, not when they're gone. I mean, they should be appreciated when they're gone, but they need to be more appreciated while they're here so they can enjoy it, you know. A lot of them haven't been appreciated.
Shirley was Smith's second stop of the day. He first went to this Army National Guard's home, where the vet's wife, 30 weeks pregnant with their third, welcomed the help.
Spouses can be gone frequently and for short periods of time, long periods of time, when they're as busy as they are, and then having little ones at home. It's super nice to find people like Rodney who are willing to travel and to do this for people all over the United States.
This isn't Smith's first time mowing through the country. He's done it 4 times before, helping out not just the veterans, but also the elderly, disabled, and single moms.
And my 5th time, which I'm currently on, is for the veterans and thanking them for the service.
Oh, you want me to sign that?
Yeah.
And Bob Shirley, though grateful for Smith's service, says he could get used to the help once his grass grows again.
We'll have to make sure he comes through again in another couple of weeks.
And coming here to Fargo, North Dakota marks Smith's 47th state. Up next, he'll head to Minneapolis to check Minnesota off the list. In Fargo, Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
Once Smith leaves Fargo and then Minneapolis, he will fly to his 2 final states, Hawaii and Alaska. Smith says his trips run on donations. So to find those links, head to our website and click on this story. A Bagley, Minnesota veteran will be buried with full honors this week. Peter Thompson Jr. served 2 tours in Vietnam and was awarded 4 Purple Hearts. Today, he was escorted from Bagley, Minnesota to Hector International Airport by law enforcement and motorcyclists. Thompson will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery this week. While many students are just starting summer, the West Fargo School District already has a new way to pick up and drop off students this fall. The district unveiled a new all-electric school bus. Back in November, the school board voted to buy the all-electric bus for roughly $314,000. Funds to support the project are split between the school system and several vendors. Officials say the quiet bus ride is equivalent to riding a golf cart.
It's so quiet. You can have conversations on the bus, and actually we think the children are gonna be quieter too, just because they don't have to talk so loud.
Officials say the bus can go about 100 miles on a charge. They are eager to see how these buses handle winter weather. It's a sign that summer is here. The Fargo Parks District opened their pools this afternoon. When it comes to water safety, a new policy has been put into place for kids. If they want to swim in the deep end, they will have to pass a swim test. That test is swimming down the length of the pool and getting out without struggling. They will then get a wristband indicating they passed. But pools like Davies have many features for all kids of all ages to enjoy.
We've got the big bucket that kids absolutely love. We've got the climbing wall. And then we've got the 2 big water slides, including that yellow drop slide. So a lot of fun for everybody in the whole family, no matter what age or skill level.
If your child receives a wristband, it will work at all outdoor pools.